I'd love to see you explore some fresh stock ideas and hopefully help me identify another strong addition to my portfolio. I have Tesla, Palantir, HIMS, SoFi, Hood, and AMD. All good. In fact, Hood and AMD were the two names that Kathy Wood bought last week. Nice work there. Interesting plays. I used to be a big believer in fintech, but now I'm much more into AI. AI and crypto, they're my two narratives. Now, I'm also holding a separate crypto portfolio. Sol, Bitcoin, NOS, Jupiter, and Zeus. Jupiter is a killer in a good sense. So, yeah. But I'm not looking to allocate additional resources there. Good, because we're getting hot in the actual crypto market. In fact, let me check on the crypto prices. Crap, things are weak again. Bitcoin's under $98,700 right now. This keeps on going down. It is a nasty, nasty weekend out there. Anyway, lately, a few companies have caught my attention. Lemonade, Fubo, HNST, Rank, and RRU, mix spanning new age insurance, entertainment, retail, and defense. In my view, some of these names could benefit from AI tailwinds, while others may ride the wave of increased defense spending in Europe. Yes, that's particularly true of, I think, Rank and RRU. I'm planning to hold my current positions through at least 2028 to 2030 with some of the rotation model, and I'm looking to add one or two positions, 3 to 5%, trimming a bit of my Palantir stake. My entry was around $8 to $10, which just played out very well so far. Yes, it sure has. It's 130 last time I checked. Thanks for all the great work you do. Look forward to your quick take on these names. So I started looking at them, and I started looking at Lemonade first. I know that was a hot fintech in the past, but then fizzled out very quickly. I did go through it, and I actually spent some time trying to get a quote. And I didn't get a quote from Lemonade, but I did get referred to another company called, what are they called? Let's see if I can see it here. I can't make it out. Some little agency there as well. And I know what happens typically after this. You get the quote, and then you get referred, and you give all your information to another company. Then they call you up and they say, well, yeah, we can't actually sell you the insurance for $3,418. It'll be $12,000. Okay, so it's just kind of a frustrating experience. Insurance is an old, stagnant industry. They're not going to make it. They make you answer all these questions, and then they don't give you a quote. It's a very frustrating experience. However, the revenue is growing, but they're losing a truckload of money. So they do have a lot of cash, though. So of all of them, even though I wouldn't touch it with a 40-foot pole, Lemonade is the most interesting. And I didn't do TA in these or anything else. Then I looked at Fubo. Huge amount of debt, scary debt, losing money. I don't like that. Two things that nix it for me. Then I looked at HNST. This is interesting. They turned profitable. They got a lot of cash, not much debt, but they don't have any growth. And I need growth. Okay, it's real simple when you analyze stocks in this day and age. Either they're on the cusp of massive growth, like Tesla, like exponential growth, or they dominate markets, like Tesla, energy storage, robots, etc. Or they're very profitable with a lot of cash and a lot of growth. Okay, this is missing the growth. And then I looked at the other one, the RNK, and I couldn't find any proper financial data on this, so I couldn't make a decision, etc. And I just got frustrated because these guys, they were just on the all-in pod yesterday. I listened to this at 200%, and they went around the table. What are their choices for the future? Okay, if they, same type of question that was posed to Kathy Wood. If they had to buy one stock, what would it be? One asset, what would it be? And it wasn't Bitcoin. But again, this guy in the top left, I think his name is Thomas, he picked NVIDIA number 1, Tesla number 2. Jason in the middle, Tesla number 1, Google number 2. Shamath, Tesla number 1, Google number 2. Shamath sat in meetings with Elon Musk last week. His mind melted around humanoid robot, around Dojo, etc. He said they are making their own silicon, which blew him away. And then Freeberg, Google number 1, Tesla number 2. Remember, he used to work at Google, and he believes they could be on the cusp of something. And then, of course, we have David Sachs, loves crypto and loves Tesla. So when you look at these very, very smart people, and all of a sudden you see Tesla, 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 interspersed Google twice, 3 times, and Nvidia once. It should make you think, why dabble in all these little companies when they're not on the cusp of something that's huge from an AI perspective? You want something with an AI tailwind? Listen to these folks. Don't listen to me. Listen to these folks. They know how to allocate capital. Okay. The other thing as well, it's so important. I'm spending a little bit of extra time on this because I want people to understand. I always call it always balance risk and reward. Yes, there might be a faster horse, but could that horse break its leg at the last furlong and not make it to the finish line? Possibly. Okay. Don't always chase the fastest horse, but chase the fastest horse with the least amount of downside risk. Because, as Warren Buffett would say, never lose money. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, I love this one. Never forget rule number 1, okay? Yes, it might be exciting to go off on a flyer. And if you do, play with like half of 1% of your portfolio. And if you make a quick profit, take your money off the table and let the rest ride. That's how you play this game. Real simple. Otherwise, do not risk things. Now, for me to do a proper justice to analyzing these companies, it takes a long time. I always dig into the list because sometimes somebody will uncover a treasure, but none were uncovered this week. So, no offense. And how much Europe spends on military, I don't know, but I don't like military stocks anyway. So I stopped there. So remember those rules, everybody.